Alright, for the first technology toolshed tip of the week, I'm going to cover how to use Google Drive and or Docs, because what I have done is I've created a Google academic planning calendar that professors can use, students can use, etc. to plan for this school year. And what I've done, I've put it in a Google Drive so that everybody has access to it. I think the difference between a Google Drive and your computer drive is your computer drive is something that is secure and then only you or certain people you give share rights to. Usually it's just you. Typically you're not going to be sharing folders. Only faculty will. But Google Drive, on the other hand, is for things that you want everybody to have access to. They're out there in the world. These are things that you're working on in between, not stuff that you do in Blackboard. Maybe you're working in a group and assignment and you both want to work on the same paper or the same presentation. That's what your Google Drive's for. It's for collaboration in that kind of way, things that you don't care that everybody can see. So think of Sam Houston Drive, security, Google Drive, anybody can see it. It's just for working and collaborating online as you're working your way through. And then when you get done. Okay, so to get to Google Drive, you do not have to have a Google account. Not required. I recommend that you get it because we have video everywhere and we have other things that are done through the online portions of Blackboard that require a YouTube account. So to have a YouTube account, you have to have a Google account. Because if you have a Google account, you ought to make a YouTube account because they're interconnected. Google owns YouTube, if you didn't know that. So here, let's go through and just show you how to access. So you've been given access to a folder, a Google Drive folder that's online that the professor wants you to go and look at and use items out of. And then they want you to customize it, and then they want you to save it back in. So they've made this Google Drive folder that's out there, and it's maybe a link embedded in Blackboard. Hey, go to this folder, get your items here, and work on it. Maybe they've decided they want to do it that way because that way they don't have to keep linking and updating things in Blackboard. They want to link the two. So we're just going to go in. This is how you get to it. So you click on the link given to you. Oh, this one's going to take us to the website. And typically their link they're going to give you is going to be to a folder. So let me show you what that folder looks like. Scroll down here. There we go. So here's the list of the folder. So here's the folder here. I've been given a link to the folder. All right. So README. If you're given a README, for the love of God, read it because it gives you instructions and help. Let's just go into the academic planning calendar. There we go. Let's say I want for the whole school year. Notice that in here it already has all the important things. So if you're not good at creating a calendar and planning, this is good for you because you can go through and see everything. Your professor may have gone in, and let's say for this class, he's requested and placed everything in that goes in. Actually, well, I won't start till over here. Maybe over here it just says welcome and syllabuses. It might say on the 29th, test number 1, chapters blah, 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 do, etc. So they may give you this calendar to plan with. Now, let's say I'm a professor or a student that I want to get this calendar to work on. How do I get access to it? File, make a copy, and this will make a copy to our Google Drive. And I'm going to give it a name. Do not leave it at just blank copy. Call it OK. And what I've done is I've just now made a copy in my drive. I advise you get into the habit of organizing things. So I'm going to move it to a folder real quick. Create a new folder. Example. And I'm going to say move it to that folder. So now this folder is in there. How do I know I'm in there? It's a little folder icon right here. And it tells you where it's at. If I was sharing this with a partner that I was working on a calendar or working on things, you click on share. And you come in here, and that's where you can change it. So you can make it anybody with the link, public on the web, or you can come in here and type a specific email and only they have access to it. Okay, I'm not going to do that. So that's how hard it is to get it there if you want it in your Google Drive. Now let me show you. Let's say you don't have a Google Drive, you don't want to use it, you don't like Google. All right, I'm going to go to File, Download As, and depending on what kind of document you're dealing with is what you're going to download it as. This one is a spreadsheet, so it's the equivalent of Microsoft Excel. Documents are the equivalent of Microsoft Word. Presentations are the equivalent of PowerPoint, etc. So you download it as the method you need. Let's say download as Excel. I like to open it up into the document and look at it because if I don't like it, then I'm not going to save it to my drive. So let's see if it's going to do what I want it to do. Dun dun dun. And I'm going to pretend like I am a professor that teaches the Monday night classes, because that's going to affect this calendar here, and I'm going to change it up a little bit. So I look at it and I go, okay, I've got it here. Oops, I might want to change this up a little bit, so I'm just going to make it a little bigger. Go through. So it says class only starts. So this is week 1. I look through this calendar. Monday night classes don't actually start to the week 8, but that's week 3. So for Monday night classes, that's actually week 1. So I'm going to pretend like I'm a professor who's teaching Monday night classes, and I'm going to delete that because it doesn't matter, right? I'm actually going to come through and delete all this because I don't want my students thinking they need to do anything. Okay, so let's go in here to September, and I'm going to do the same thing here. Because remember, Monday night classes don't start till here. So now that becomes my week 1, week 2, and so forth. And I can come in here and say, let's say this week will be welcome, syllabus, navigate, Blackboard. Oh, I don't want that font red, so I'm just going to change it to black. So it's just like anything. Come here. Here it goes. Don't you love it when it slows down on you? And you can change the color. So if you're one of those people that likes to color code, etc., you can. Okay? And it's going to lock up here on me. Alright, so now let's say I've got this done the way that I want it. And now I've put everything in, etc. This works just like regular, nothing major. Say normal, just regular Microsoft document, stuff that you know how to do. Maybe I want here, I'm going to say log into Blackboard and take a quiz, different things. I'm going to say this is good. So I can file, save as, my folder, and I'm going to go save it into my drive. And I'm actually not going to do that because it's probably going to lock up here again. And so that I can save it into a folder in here. And usually, typically for me, I would create a folder and I would say fall of 2014. And then inside that folder, I would pick each one of my classes and I'd put things in there as I was working on them and organizing them. But I'm not going to actually say this right now. Let's say I'm done and I want to give this to my students as a PDF file that they cannot edit. Why you'd want to, that's your choice. But if you want to, because I get asked this question all the time. And I'm going to say, okay, I want to add September, I want to add October, I want November, December. And I'm going to say convert to PDF. And then it'll save the file, and it creates it a PDF file. Then I can then upload that PDF file into Blackboard. You can also print it out, etc. So you can play with different things there. I'm not going to save it. You can do the same thing if you're working with your Google Drive. Come on, open up. Okay, Google Drive. Show you how to get to it, because I call this one. I say choose Google example. There it is. You can do the same thing when you're working in a Google Drive if you want to. I can come through here and go File, Print, select Sheets, All Sheets, and Sheet Names, etc. Whatever one. I'm going to say All Sheets. Fit to Width, Print. On computer, it'll convert it to a PDF file. And you can look at the PDF file and make sure it's the way you like it. If it's the way you like it, you save it to your drive and then you upload it and put it into Moodle. I notice it has all 19. So you may find that you want to delete different things in here. Let's say you open the main one without opening each one of the sub ones that also created you. It's real hard to delete a tab. Just click delete. It works just like we're working in Excel. It's the same functions essentially and everything. All right, congratulations, good luck, and I hope you enjoyed this tech tip of the week.